Hi everyone. Welcome to another edition of Smart Counsel for Lunch. I'm Leah Kofos and I'm one of the attorneys here at the law firm of Samuel, Sayward and Baylor in Dedham, Massachusetts, where we focus our practice in the areas of estate planning, probate, elder law, and estate and trust administration. So this week I wanted to talk to you all about transferring a property, any real estate, into a revocable trust. Not into an irrevocable trust. That'll be another video altogether, another article altogether, but specifically transferring property into a revocable trust, there are some things that you're going to want to be aware of. Um, the most important thing I would say is just by creating a trust, it does not mean that your property is owned by the trust. There's a really, really important step in between signing your trust, creating your trust. You actually have to deed the property into the trust. So in most cases, with a revocable trust, the type of revocable trust that we do for estate planning purposes, you're going to deed it from yourself, from the owner of the property, to, in a lot of cases, yourself as the trustee of the trust, or from yourself and your spouse to yourself and your spouse as trustees of this trust. That's a really important step because if you don't do that, the property is not in the trust. It'll get there eventually, but it has to go through probate if both of you die owning the property in your sole names. Um, It'll go through probate before ever reaching the trust. One of the purposes of these revocable trusts is that we want to make sure that everything in it avoids probate. All of your assets avoid probate. And one of the really important ways to do that is you got to fund those assets into the trust. Same thing goes for real estate. So you want to make sure to deed the property from yourself to the trustee of the trust so that it's officially owned by the trust. There are a few other things that I want to talk about today. I talk about them more specifically in the article that accompanies this video. So if you want to read more about that, feel free to check out the article this week. Really, I'll be talking about mortgages, title insurance, homeowners insurance, things like that that are definitely considerations when you're transferring a property to a revocable trust. So if you want to check that out, feel free to click the link and read that article. You can also visit our website if you have other interests and you want to read more about estate planning, elder law, real estate, deeding real estate into trusts and the benefits of that also. So feel free to check that out. You can follow us on social media. We post on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all of the different ways that you can reach us and see our content. So with that, have a wonderful week. I'll see you next week.